What is up everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have another unboxing. Here we go with the first video of 2024, and it's only fitting that it is an unboxing video. So we have a couple more Gemini Jets to unbox from the recent 2023 releases that rounded out the year. This was in the November releases. And originally I was going to pick up these models from a different manufacturer, but I'll explain my reasoning on that here in just a minute as I remove the invoice. So we got two models in here. Let's take out the first one in question. You can see it already. And in this case, it's going to be the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale United Airlines Airbus A321 Neo. So we have that first one, and then this one will be replacing a model that I already have in my collection. A little ding there in the back. Hopefully the model's not broken. We have the Delta Airbus A319. I already have an Aero Classics one, but I'm going to be replacing it with the Gemini rendition in this case, and I may pick up the NG here at some point for a project that I may end up doing, but we'll see about that. So, without further ado, let's go to the studio and I'll kind of explain everything about these two Geminis. So here we are, the two Gemini Jets that I'll be unboxing, the Delta A319 and United A321 Neo from Gemini Jets. So I'm only explaining this just to try and hopefully clear up any sort of confusion, because I know that I originally said that I was going to get the NG for both of these, especially the United A321 Neo over here. So why did I opt for the Gemini in this case? Well, I was browsing around on Panda Fox Toys on Christmas Eve when I bought these things, and I noticed that they did have both of the Gemini models for the Delta 319 and United Neo in stock and no NGs. I did take a look at other retailers like Waffle Collectibles, but they didn't have either one available either. And also the United Neo was delayed. I think they're sending it out in this next shipment that's coming out here in January. So that will be in stock here very soon. But I decided both of these are available. I don't feel like waiting any longer to get these, so might as well just get what's available now and take the Gemini Jets renditions. So we'll go ahead and start off with the model that I'm going to be acting as a replacement, or will be acting as a replacement here. And in that case, it's going to be the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale Delta Airlines Airbus A319. So of course you got your standard Gemini Jets details in here, nothing too fancy in here. The first time I've ever bought a, this is not necessarily a duplicate because it's a different registration than the Aero Classics one, but duplicate in terms of the same aircraft type and livery. 2023 release as you would expect, and there is that ding that I was talking about in the box. Somebody indented that, I don't know what happened, but hopefully the model's not broken. I'll take another look in here, but on initial glance, it looks like the model in there is fine on the assembly. So item number on this is GJDAL 2093. I'll be selling off the Aero Classics Delta 319 and the 320 as well. I have the Gemini 320 on order, so that will be coming in probably in the next couple weeks or so. They're still on pre-order as I record this. All right, let's take this out. Let's do a little QC check, make sure everything looks good, and we're looking pretty good. Not too shabby from Gemini. And here she is, the Delta A319 by Gemini Jets. So you can already see, I did notice this issue initially in a photo that I saw from Waffle Collectibles, that the cockpit window on the left side is definitely elevated up on that side. So that's definitely a glaring issue in this case. I'll flip it over to the other side real quick just to see. It's definitely better on the right side, so if you want to display your model that way so you don't see that issue, then there you go. But otherwise, the rest of the model's looking pretty okay. So, get that centered here. Starting off at the front, we've got the cockpit windows, of course, and then you have the little detail there, nose cone, of course, little SkyTeam logo, and the L1 door, and the nose gear as well. Two antennas on the top with a Wi-Fi dome up there as well. Got the overwing exit there, and the American flag. Registration is November 371 November Bravo. Wish it was 345 or 362, because those are the ones that I specifically flew on in 2019, but can't complain there. Got the Delta tail, and then a little fleet number up there at the top, which is also represented on the nose gear doors, if I can get that into focus. There you can see it. Looks like the nose gear is a little tilted as well, which I'll do a little front profile on, and there you can definitely see the askew cockpit windows from this angle, so definitely noticeable. On the plus side, there is a lot of ground clearance for the engines, even though they are definitely larger than they should be. There's definitely some good ground clearance, and whether that's because they've elevated the wings a bit compared to past releases, I'm not sure, or if they've actually decreased the size of the engines, but it's still definitely way bigger than it should be. On the other side, you got your same details, but you do have a luggage door over here as well, and then also the rear boarding door, another luggage door back over there. You can see the main gear on this side does not sit down straight. Okay, now it does. So I just had to press it down on that side there. So now it sits very level, so that looks pretty solid there. But otherwise, everything else is looking good. So on the bottom, we've got the Delta belly, which is blocked out by the stand hole there over the L, and then we have the Gemini Jets logo and all your other applicable details. No antennas here on the bottom. So overall, minus the minor QC issues that we do have here, printing issues, especially with the cockpit windows, this model is sufficient for me personally, so I will be hanging on to this. I see no reason for me to return this model, so this will go along very well in my collection and replace my Aero Classics one. So without further ado, let's move on to the United model. Our second model here, we have the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale United Airlines Airbus A321 Neo. So United has debuted this aircraft as of a couple months ago now. I think it was in late November when they officially introduced it, and it's operating on a select few routes right now, but I do believe that United is going to slowly but surely expand the routes that this aircraft will fly on as they get more planes into their fleet. I think right now they have 4 or 5 operating at this current moment. So flip it open, you can see, of course, model inside, and the pamphlet, you know the drill at this point. 2023 release, I thought that said 2024 for a second, but nope, same as other box. And then the item number on this is GJUAL 2245. There we go. To add to the various A321 Neos that I had. And I know Gemini in the past, it's been a while since they've had an issue with this. They've had some QC problems, but I haven't heard of any QC issues with this particular model, and the Delta as well, minus printing issues. But yeah, looking really good. So this model came intact. Happy for it. Let's do a review. And here she is, the United A321 Neo by Gemini Jets. Starting off at the front, we got the nose cone and the cockpit windows. You also have the Connecting People Uniting the World titles down there, and the Star Alliance logo. And then we have the L1 door along with the 3 antennas up here on the top and the Wi-Fi dome. Got the United Billboard titles and the beautiful blue engines, the Eva blue engines, which again are definitely oversized. We have November 44501 as the registration, so that's their first A321 Neo with the American flag and then the United Eva blue tail. A little bit over to the other side, we should have various luggage doors here on the back. Believe that's one right up there. Let me zoom in just to confirm. Yes, that is indeed correct. And then we have the other luggage doors in the back, got 2 of them back over there. And the cockpit printing definitely a little better on this one, maybe a little askew, but it's definitely not as bad compared to the Delta 319 that we took a look at earlier. So overall, I would still recommend this model as an alternative to the NG, or if you just want to get more United A321 Neos overall, if you already have the NG one in this case. So that is just about everything. I'll take a look at the bottom here first. So there's the bottom with the gray underbelly and the Gemini Jets logo and stand hole. Landing gear and everything are looking pretty good here, are all attached, so can't complain too much. And the overwing exits, of course, on the top of the wings. And that will do it for this unboxing. 2 Gemini Jets with the Delta 319 and United A321 Neo. So personally, I don't have as much of a problem with these models. I'm definitely sufficient with having them in my collection, and I won't be going after the NGs, obviously, since I have these, but Delta 319 may be a bit of a different story depending on certain circumstances. I will have the Gemini Delta 320 coming very soon. Should be in the next couple weeks, depending on when the December models come in for Gemini. I believe they're going to start shipping them out to retailers in the coming days, and then that should be sent out to me then, hopefully the next week or 2. But it will be well after I've started college for the spring semester, so that video may be a little bit behind schedule if that happens. And so, very happy with all these models, and that will do it for this video. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.